Yo, what's up? This is the second tutorial on how to mod your Codename Engine. So you've got your structure down, you've got your mod folder structure down to your liking, and you want to now actually access your things. So since you've got Codename Engine, just open up the exe. It'll look something like this. Show the version number, the FPS, and the memory. Please press enter to skip that. Press enter. It'll show the bigger version data down there. Sorry, I'll move this. This tutorial will be for keybind stuff and all that. So first enter, obviously, selects something and confirms it. Backspace is the of course, backing out. Up and down moves in the thing. This is kind of explanatory. You can skip most of this basic keybind data if you want to. First, check out options. In options, there is controls, gameplay, appearance, language, miscellaneous, and debug options. We'll go to debug options later, but for now, controls. This will show you this will show the controls for your notes, UI, volume, engine, and developer controls. First, the notes. You can change these to whatever you want. I usually use DFJK, but you can do whatever. And you can also have a second set if you want to use those too. But this is also for another mode that I'll cover later. For UI, you can, of course, again, you can change these to whatever you want. Change mode, we'll get to that later. Volume, again, Developer menus, either I made it home in 7, but you can make it whatever you want again. And then, we'll get to these too. We'll get to these as well. Next is gameplay. This will house like your usual gameplay settings in Friday Night Funkin'. Down scroll, ghost tapping, naughtiness, song offset, music sound effect volume. And there's also some advanced ones like stream music and stream vocals. This is all this is up to you, obviously. This is your personal preference. Appearance, you can change your frame rate, flashing menu, colored health bar, pixel perfect effect. You also change some advanced settings like some low quality, high quality, custom. In language, it obviously has the language, miscellaneous code. Okay, developer mode will be off if you first open this up. If you turn it on, then you'll get access to the editors and certain keybinds. As you can see, you can also reset your save data if you want to, and also check for updates. Debug options. This will probably appear once you select it. This will house a bunch of debug options that will probably probably have lifesaver things, I don't know. Like showing the console, bypassing editor resize, autosave. Yeah, that's basically everything in the options. Let's move on to credits. Once you first open it, it'll house the Codename Engine and Friday Night Funkin' credits. Yeah, shout out to my man Yoshi. Happy birthday. Anyways, once you turn on developer mode in the options, it will you can change your keybind to open up the menu, which I think the default is 7. This is the developer menu here. It has the character editor, the chart editor, character editor, stage editor, alphabet editor, and the wiki. First, we're gonna look at the chart editor. The chart editor has, the chart data. The song chart data, metadata. I'll teach you how to make it a song later. You can add difficulties, you can add difficulties and variations to a song. Like, for say, if your song is like an erect mix, then you can add this new variation. Or I'll teach you how to do it without doing this. I've learned it from the old, the 0.1, the beta of Codename Engine. I've learned it anyways. Yeah. Next is the character editor. This is where you're gonna put all your character data. Self-explanatory. And next is the stage editor. Also self-explanatory. It just houses stage data. And then finally the alphabet editor. This will allow you to add. It's a work in progress, obviously, but this will allow you to add your own alphabet if you want. I think it's really neat. And then finally the wiki. This will lead you to the Codename Engine official website, where it has the download links, experimental download links, and some tools that you can use, like the API, the wiki on how to do certain things, and the tools that you can use. Now that's all that. Let's take a look at the story mode. This is the story mode. It looks very, very similar to FNF, obviously, and free play. Take a look at free play quickly here. Yeah, this is free play, and then there's a mode there. solo. You can press tab or whatever key you set it to change to opponent mode, co-op mode, and co-op mode switched. Solo mode is the regular mode where you just play as boyfriend. Opponent mode is, you guessed it, you play as the opponent. So now you're playing as the opponent. Next is co-op mode. If you have 2 keybinds set for controls, then you can play with your friend if you want to. Locally, obviously. Online play is probably different. And co-op mode switched is basically opponent mode, but co-op mode. The first set of controls play as the opponent, and the second set of controls play as the player. This is the mods menu. You can press tab on this menu here to view it, press escape to escape it, then you can activate or deactivate mods using this. So you can press enter on a mod, and then this will pop up. Your mod is currently missing a mod config file. Would you like to automatically generate one? If you press yes, this will then create your mod pack ini. Great, this is what you want. So now, with this ini file that you have now, which goes to data config, then this is what it's going to look like. Your common flags, Discord, state redirects, and state redirects force. I don't really touch upon these, but you can basically redirect like for example story mode's free play state to your own state that you've made. Basically think of it as the JSON to your Psych Engine mod pack. If you press F3, let's get a better view at the FPS counter. This is the HUD here. If you press F3, you can change it to either the more advanced, and if you press F3 again, it hides. If you press it again, it shows back up. Pretty useful if you're like showcasing your mod and you don't want this annoying thing to be in the way. But yeah, that's about it for this. This was just like getting used to the Codename Engine interface and all that. Next, I'll probably touch more upon the editors. Stay tuned.